Hello, my lovelies. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Painting with Whiskey and Women. I am off camera because I am running around like a mad woman, but I am Crysta Litter to Glitter out of Berry, Texas, and I am in my unicorn PJs. So,
Yes, you are. You really did it.
I
Hey,
did
and
it.
I'm Sue from Milo and Picasso, located here in Knoxville, Tennessee.
So, I'm just going to explain the PJs today. As many of you know, I have been doing EMR class in the fire department, and we've got a fundraiser coming up. And today is the only first day in forever that I wasn't sick or I didn't have like 50 places I had to be. And so I didn't want to get out of my PJs. I didn't. I'm not gonna
No
lie to you.
words. I have no words.
Oh, you saw worse when you were here. You saw worse. So today is decoupage day for me. You saw this where I used the LC Lane color. And Sue and I were talking before we went live. Just to let you know, my son's almost home for work. He's bringing home lunch, which means my dog alarm is going to be going off. And probably, he was supposed to be home like half an hour ago before we went live. That didn't work. So probably as soon as we get to something we really need to be talking about, he'll come in. The dogs will bark, but we'll get back at it. I am using this decoupage paper. And this is a whimsical, and I am going to be putting this on the doors here. So that's what I'm doing. See what you doing.
I am working on this jewelry box again, and my goal really, really is to get it done so I can give it to my friend as a gift. But I painted it in a blue. Then I found out her favorite color was purple. So I painted over it with metallic and Great Expectations by Miss Lillian's. Then I decided, well, no, let me back up. Since moving from Texas and coming back, I can't find any of my gilding jewels whatsoever. Like the whole box is gone. And that's what I was going to do around all the edges to accent it. So I had to literally change my idea in the last hour. I'm using Thundercloud in Metalsmith. And I don't know if you can see it on camera right now, but I just went around and did where it might actually rust if it rusted out. I'll put a second coat on there during today's show. Then I'm taking metallic glaze and chalcedony. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but
Let me look up here because it's bigger.
But it's a purpley, pearly glaze.
Chalcedony? I don't know.
I think it's chalcedony, but anyways, you know how it's spelled, you see how it's going to look, and that's the main thing. So I did apply one coat down here, and basically all it did was tone down the deep purple that's in here.
And right, the dog started barking outside, so Austin just got. It's my day.
I think that's normal.
So what I'm using for my medium is the Miss Lillian's top coat, and I'm using matte just because that's the one that I grabbed. You can use matte, flat, satin. You can use the high gloss, whatever you want, but that's what I grabbed. So that's what I'm using. And this is a big paper, and I did not grab my razor, and I'm trying to think to myself where I put my razor. I'm having one of the I'm having an old timer moment. Where did I put that damn blasted? Having it all, So, when you're doing this, and let me get you guys, I know it's going to be further back, but this piece is really being difficult where it's sitting and it's oval. right here is the door, the split of the door. And so I do not want the split of the door down her face. I don't want to split her face in half. And so, hold on for a second. And where have you been, young man? What took you so long?
You really want to know?
Oh, God. Can you say it on camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
15 pallets.
Oh, you had to work late.
Yeah, by myself.
Okay, but I thought you got off work at 1:30.
2:30.
2:30. Oh, 2:30.
4 hours.
2:30. Okay. He got off work at 2:30. All day I've been thinking he got off work at 1:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Is any of that for me?
There, and you got your cigarettes in there.
Awesome.
I tried to call you and said I may start eating your chicken quesadilla because it smells so good.
Don't you eat my quesadilla.
Like how I ate your chocolate.
Ah! This boy. Oh. Sue, you're going to have a coming to Jesus meeting with him.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
So I'm just throwing down the medium here. Hey, Austin, I need your help, buddy.
Oh, gosh. He's got to eat. You know he gets angry.
No, I just need him to share this stuff out to Whiskey and Women and all that stuff. I did not get a chance to do that because we were rolling. And so he's going to come in and share stuff for me.
And click the wrong button.
You got it. I know you got this, bud. I know you do.
Glitter.
I know you got this because you awesome. You're awesome.
I did put a coat of satin luster on here before I glaze.
Can we talk about that, Sue, or do you not want to talk about that?
No, I think it's a good thing to talk about. And another thing would be the color you painted that cabinet and what we discussed.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Okay.
there's reasons for everything, and even though I'm aware, even can forget.
Thank you. Michelle is on. She says, "Hey, Sue. Hi, Crysta. We're staying one more night in Baylor. She's right now at the hospital with her husband."
Hi, I hope Mike feels better.
So do I. I hate picking on him by proxy, because I can't go see him. So I pick on him. I tell Michelle to tell him stuff. So I'm tired of picking on him by proxy. I want to pick on him in person. All right. So let's talk about, which one do you want to talk about first, Sue? The color or the
Go with the color, because I think that's a great example for people.
Okay, so Sue couldn't understand, and Sue is not a fan of this color, and she didn't really understand why I painted it this color.
Well, it wasn't understanding. I just like, why did you pick that color? Now, if I remembered that you had the paper, I would have went, oh.
Yeah, so it's the paper is the reason I chose the color, because I needed something like a neutral color, because I didn't want to go with one of the darker colors, because then the base color of my decoupage would be too dark. And I did not want that.
Well, and it matches beautifully.
Yes.
But now, guys, keep in mind, like I told Crysta, back in the 70s, I painted my first kitchen. And it was that color. And it haunted me the rest of my life. What an ugly kitchen that was.
And she's having flashbacks when she saw the color. So that's why she didn't. This color was originally not Sue approved. And now that she's seen the decoupage that I'm using on it, it is now Sue approved.
Absolutely. It was perfect.
Nicole is on. She said, Sarah and Catherine said, love and miss you.
Oh.
Michelle says he's ready to come home, but they don't have meds to come home with. And then she asked, what are you doing to the jewelry box?
Right now, I'm adding glaze to it. So it's really just giving it kind of a pearlescent glaze over my grape expectations.
I
But
love
this
things.
is,
Oh, Marilyn's on. She said, hi, girls. Hey, Marilyn.
hi, Marilyn.
So just so Marilyn is
Don't
on.
be mad at me, Marilyn.
Marilyn, just so you know, I got your invoice and I paid it. So I'm done. So that's where we are at. We're working on this. This is the piece that's going to be donated to the fire department at our fundraiser. And I've got a little less than a week to finish this baby up. So Tuesday, unless we do another Whiskey and Women next week, Tuesday will be the last day I have to work on it on camera. And then from there, it is 100% on me, back roads, doing everything. So Marilyn said, great project. She loves the decoupage. Michelle says, cool. I want to do that for Riley. She's got some jewelry boxes she wants to do for her granddaughter. And Riley, I can't wait to get Riley in the studio with me. Riley is just a doll baby. I love Riley. And then, and I think because I've got the AC off. Yep. My top coat already pretty much dried up on me when I was putting down this side, which is fine. You know what? I think I will just work down this door individually. That might actually work better.
That's going to be beautiful.
Well, like I said, this is a whimsical decoupage, and this is the undercolor is Elsie Lane by Miss Lillian's. And what else? What else can I tell you about it? And the top coat that I'm using is a Miss Lillian's top coat. So, and it's a big decoupage. And I was going too fast and I bit off more than I could chew. So I need to backtrack since my top coat was drying underneath and make sure that I'm just going to do one door at a time. And we'll move along that way, which is a little bit more difficult to do. If I had figured out where I put my razor, then I would have probably cut it in half and then done it that way. So let me get you guys off to this side because I'm trying to work with the camera and I'm trying to, and nothing is working right today in the studio. There you go. There she is. But I was just standing. Come on, camera. Urgh. Nothing's working right today, Sue.
I've decided to go ahead and add a little bit of tarnished jade, Metalsmith.
Look, I got my razor. No razor in it.
Oh, how's that working for you?
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Why is it me? Why does it always have to happen when I'm, you know? I swear to y'all, it's not always like this in my studio. Usually it's worse. So. Just trying to get down where it is still, my decoupage is still, or my top coat is still wet, and trying to get all that down. There we go. Sue, talk to him for a second. I need to find a razor. I am.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to stop so I could.
Okay, go ahead. Tell him about, top coating.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I almost could have skipped a step because I've been out of sorts lately with working my new job and not painting. And it's amazing how quick you can forget one little step and mess up a project. I was working on this before we came live. I told Crysta, I can't find any of my gilding jewels or, any of those embellishments. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and I'll do a rust patina on here. Well, before I do anything, you really need to put a clear coat on, or it could eat up the transfer I put on. Because if you think about it, these have a petroleum base in them, and so does your other embellishments. So I almost skipped that. Had I not put my clear coat on, my satin luster, I would have risked all my other products getting under and in between this transfer, and it would have dried and stretched and cracked. And I did have that happen to me once on a really, really nice, custom, expensive project. And it turned into a nightmare. So I should have known better. So I do have my satin clear coat on there. Now I can go on and do my glazes and my, I think I'm going to use a little bit of brown wax on here too after I do my rust patina.
Okay, so let's talk about each product that you're thinking about using and what could have happened if you did not seal it. So if she had not sealed and she used wax, since wax is wax, what can happen is that when it gets into your paint, what it does is that it will get underneath of your transfers and lift. Okay. If you use something such as glaze or patina, anything like that, that's a chemical finish, not just a standard, just plain top coat, and you're using a chemical, then what can happen is that chemical can react with the transfers and actually crack them, kind of dry them and make them crack. That's why you need to make sure that you use top coat in between your layers. What's up? Oh.
Try not to eat your food.
Try not to eat my food. Well, let's not try and let's not eat my food because I'm hungry. Marilyn says that Sue, she loves the color on your jewelry box.
Thanks, Marilyn.
Michelle says, yes, I love that purple. Marlene says, I like the base color. Now that you add the transfer, it's coming together nicely. Marlene, is that for me or is that for Sue? Because I actually honestly had several people say that they messaged me and through talking with a few people tell me that they were not a fan of the base coat color. And Sue
really?
said, she wasn't a fan of the color either but she remembered after I showed her the decoupage paper. She was like, oh yeah, now I get it. So I don't know if she meant you, Sue, with your project or she meant my project.
This thing's had to take a turn twice now, and I'm getting more and more, because you usually start out, you have this great idea. And as soon as, a wrench gets thrown in my spokes on it, I don't know where I'm going.
You mean it only took 2 turns? Honey, you're awesome.
Well, on this piece.
On this piece, yeah, right? I mean, if it doesn't take 20 turns, I don't feel like I'm doing it justice.
Yeah. Yeah, and we always end up with layers of layers anyhow, so.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'd take a chance on these colors that I'm using right now for the metalsmith, just to see what will happen when I spray it. I'm adding tarnished jade right now.
And
over the top of some of the spray.
They all work with the same spray, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm going to use both anyways. I like surprises.
Surprise me.
Right, I'm going to have to do, I think, one little section at a time before I spray it. So I can spray it still wet.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to jump over here with my knife because I'm dealing with a crease from my
for the packaging?
No, the on hinge.
Oh.
Hinge. That's the word I'm looking for. Hinge. My hinge is messing up how I'm laying this piece. So I'm just going to cut around my hinge so I can get the rest of it to lay flat. Because it doesn't want to play nice. It doesn't want to lay flat.
Well, you said that's kind of a ripply surface piece too, right?
Right. Even though, I mean, my paint job was good on it. But it's not like they did a poor job painting it. That's just the way the finish was.
Yeah, it's the production.
Right. That's the way they produced it. And so, but with my paper all the way up against this hinge, it's really giving me a fit. So it's all right. There we go. Now it's getting flat where I need it to be flat. Yeah, and
So if I mentioned that I won't be able to spray the patina in here, I'm actually at my son's house, so I don't want to spray it in here.
yeah, not in the dining room.
Yeah, so, and on their table.
Yeah.
So after we're done today, I'll take it outside and do section by section and spray it. And hopefully, because I really want to give this to her, hopefully I'll get it done in the next day or so and I can post some pictures. I really got to get my butt back into gear and do some lives for Miss Lillian's. It's just, I'm so dang tired, you guys, from working. And those people, they work hard where I'm at. It's no joke.
I know Sue's been telling me some stuff and I had no idea. Marlene said for me, she said that for Crysta, yeah, I didn't like the color yesterday, but today I see it. Again, because for me, y'all know me, I like my dark, my moody, depends upon my mood. I mean, sometimes I love my neons. I mean, I love my purple and my pink neons. Also, I like my stormy and my moody. And so it really depends upon my mood.
Right.
Neutrals and tans aren't really my wheelhouse. And so even in looking for a base color for this, I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, you guys have seen enough of my videos. I mean, y'all see all the goody Miss, I don't want to hit my ceiling fan, all there. And then if you go over here, I've got Miss Lillian's over there. And then if you come over here, you know, my mermaid cabinet is chock full of Miss Lillian's. And the Happy Mail that I got in, I still have a box on the floor that I have yet to put away because, you know, everything that's been going on. So in saying that, I had a bunch of colors to choose from. So please, if you are a home painter or you don't have a lot of colors to choose from, because I know that I am absolutely spoiled and blessed all at the same time to have the amount of colors that I have that I can choose from. Don't be upset at yourself that you pick out a color and you go, I don't like it. I don't like it. And but I knew going in, because I had the decoupage paper, I knew going in with this decoupage paper that it would match, that
Right.
a good base for this decoupage paper, which is definitely a plus. Marilyn said Elsie Lane is a color that surprisingly works beautiful with a multitude of colors, so it makes a great base neutral shade. Well put, Marilyn, because it does.
Yeah.
It really does. And again, you know, the rest of this piece is, the Elsie Lane is just a base for me, but I needed something that was going to work with my decoupage. I didn't want to go with like one of the darkers or the blues or the reds, because then when I used my decoupage paper, it would mute my decoupage out. Y'all know what I'm saying? It would muddy.
Yes, definitely.
It would make it look more muted, and that is not what I want. So I definitely want this piece to be the star of the show, this decoupage to be the star of the show. So this is the route I went.
Question for you. I started to make an order for Miss Lillian's today. What
Uh-huh.
was that code again
Oh,
for 20% off?
Happy Fall 20 is the code
Okay.
to get 20% off your order until the end of the month. And girl, let me tell you, I started putting together gift baskets for auction for the firehouse.
Yeah.
And I started putting together because I bought the kits that have the fall colors, the Grinch colors, the Christmas. I
Yeah.
bought at least one. Well, I bought several of each, but at least one is going to the firehouse for gift basket for auction.
Great idea.
And let me tell you, they are amazing. If I was a home painter and or a sign maker or a tumbler maker, I would be picking those bad boys up because it's a huge collection of colors in a small bottle. So if you're doing jewelry boxes, signs, tumblers, anything, canvases, you get for those collection kits. I started putting them together. I was like, this is amazing. So,
Cool.
and I know I've been sending pictures to some of our local artists that do tumblers and stuff of the collection that I'm putting together for, because I want people to come in and bid. That's what it's about. I need people to give me to bid on this stuff so we can raise money in our fire department. And so I've been sending it to some of the artists in town, and they're like, "Oh, that's great," or had a couple of them. Well, I'm getting ready to do a Grinch sign, and that would be great. I was like, "Come out on the 30th," and I had one lady tell me, "Well, I'm starting that project today," and I said, "Well, I have another kit." I said, "I'll sell you for X amount," which was more than retail price. And and so that money is being donated to the fire department as well. So almost done with this door, and then I'll come back after it's dried and cut the side down.
I think here in the next, I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks when we go live, I'll go ahead and do my Grinch hand with the ornament for Days Till Christmas.
Uh-huh. Oh, you did that one last year in your shop. I loved that.
Yeah, I did a few of them and they sold right away. And then somebody wanted me to hold the other one. And then I held it for a week and she wrote me and said, "Oh, I changed my mind."
You're gonna
And
love it.
it never sold because it was, 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah. So just so y'all know, when we're done here, I'll have to go outside, take these two colors, apply them one section at a time, put my patina on, and then go to another section. So I get, a really good patina out of this. And I might even go in, because I can't stop myself.
Yeah, you're the layer queen. You love your layers.
I may go in with the Southern Rust kit just a little bit here and there to accentuate the rust.
So there you go. We've got one side down.
Looks good.
Isn't she pretty?
And
And
keep in mind, she's going to paint and blend that all in, so it looks like it's painted on there.
yeah, so it'll have a top coat, and I'll blend some around the sides. And then what I might do is, if y'all remember I can stop and talk now because I'm, when you're doing decoupage, it's like, put my unicorn hood back up because, it's my day off.
That's my friend.
What was I saying? I forgot what I was going to say, Sue. Seriously, I completely forgot where I was. I had a point to make and I squirreled. Oh well. Oh, here on the edge. No, what I remember. Um, a year or so ago, even before we moved from Garland down here, I painted a dresser for the girls' home, and it was very ethereal looking. And so I think what I'm going to do is blend it out, a little bit, and then kind of make it more ethereal around. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if that's what I'll do.
Ethereal. What's
Huh?
the definition of ethereal?
Ethereal, cloud-like.
Okay.
Ethereal is like angelic. It was very ethereal. Yeah.
I didn't put you on the spot. I just never heard that used.
Oh. Yeah. It's very, very cloud and wispy, and it was a beautiful piece, and I did it with metallics. So even though it was wispy and cloud-like and very
I remember that piece. It was beautiful.
yeah, remember every time like in the movies and they show a scene of heaven or like an angel that comes down, it kind of has that, it's not smoky, but it's like a cloudy kind of misty, and it's the way it's lit, it lights up. And so that's kind of the ethereal. When I think ethereal, that's what pops into my head.
Cool.
My poor head. Lots of stuff pop in and out.
Yeah, it's a busy head.
It is a busy head. Marlene says, love that idea, Sue. Adding some rust is always a good thing. Yes, it is. We talked about it, and we were talking about like what do you want to talk about that? About how, because you wanted to do some of the metalsmith, you were thinking about the Southern Rust kit and also using glaze. You decided to glaze first, add some
Clear coat, glaze, yeah, then the metallic
and
metal smet.
right. And so why didn't you do the Southern Rust kit before you glazed?
Too much. It would have been too much because that's like really rusty, crusty. And yes, you have control, but it starts out of the jar with a wham. I mean, a heaviness, a texture.
Yeah.
So at least I can go back to it and just add little bits where I would normally have more rust.
Mm-hmm.
And this may even get some brown wax, up in these little details. And I'll work that down with a brush. So I'll have to clear coat this after I do my rust. And then do the wax so I can control it. Right.
Guess what I did?
What you spilled the paint?
No. That almost went in my toe.
Oof.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Not. So I'm waiting. I'm going to wait for this side to dry. So I'm pretty much done for the day, Sue, whenever you are. I'm just going to sit here and look cute in my unicorn outfit. And because I want this to dry so I can cut it, so I can match up that side and not.
I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be gorgeous.
My son, I don't know why, but my mouth has been dry and whoo. So I got my Dr. Peppers in a can.
Yeah, I saw on your live that post that you got cases of it.
15 cases.
You guys want to see somebody have a meltdown? Watch this one go in 3 different convenience stores and not have Dr. Pepper real sugar. And I don't think you get it anywhere else. I think it's a Texas thing.
Yeah, because well, when we went to Penner's, I took even though it was only a weekend, I mean, I was going to be up there about 6 days because I went to set up and stuff too. I was up there about 6 days. I took 4 cases of it in the can, and I took 6 of the 2 liters. And so, because just meeting people from all over the country that have always said, hey, if I ever get the chance, I want to pick one of those up. And so I made sure that in the back of my truck, remember I had the cooler full of Dr. Pepper. And so it's like, hey, and they'd see me.
And
Oh,
a few other things.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We had a goodie bar.
I don't know what you're
Not that
talking
there
about.
was time to enjoy anything. There was no time.
Oh no, we got so busy. It was work, 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 work. Michelle says, Sue, I love how you layered the colors on my mermaid cabinet. Yeah, the way she blended that in
Oh,
was
yeah. That was, you know what? That was water. Just let the water do the trick. I love paint with water, the drip effect, moving the paint once you put it on there with the mist bottle. And then you can just guide it with the tips of your bristles.
I just went to get my rolly cart. Hopefully today it won't try to kill me.
Yeah.
Because it tried to kill me once again since that video I busted my hind dingham. It did it to me again.
That's my friend.
So, Sue, how hard is it for you to get your phone off the tripod?
I think I could do it.
Because I would really love to see a close up of that piece.
Okay. You know, this is the ugly stage, though, that we used to talk about on video frequently.
The blue eyeshadow phase.
Yeah. This is where it looks really yucky, but we know where it's kind of like you putting that color on there.
Yeah. And everybody kind of went, eee.
Yeah. Right. So I can't flip the camera on you here, can I?
No, but it's okay. Let me see if I can.
So
Now remember, my guy isn't here. There you go. I've just got you on camera now.
okay, and here's the top.
And I think that what you're doing is going to look amazing. It's going to look faboo.
And it wouldn't have been enough to just have it painted with the transfers on it. So there's the side.
Well, it would have been enough for anybody but you.
Okay. I'll buy that. But
Well, for you, more is more. I mean, there's
yeah.
never enough.
So I'm going to go back in with more of the gray, metallic with that and spray the heck out of it and let it drip.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I put some on the hardware. I'll go heavier under the hardware because I love that look where it's heavy there and then fades out going down.
Mm-hmm.
Always loved that.
Now,
So,
Sue, let me ask you a question.
yeah.
In the front, as you're looking at it right now, on the doors, are you gonna, because I see where you've layered the green that you're gonna spray, but also in that centerpiece, right where you just pointed, in the center. Yeah, on each door, what are you gonna do in there?
Well, I still have the, what was it called? Thundercloud underneath. So I'll do a second coat of Thundercloud.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll do this jade, tarnished jade. I'll spray it, let it do its thing. I'm going to clear coat it. Then I'm going to go in with, controlling the brown wax and go up in the crevices to bring all these details out more.
Okay.
Then if I need a little more rusty crusty, like maybe underneath here, a little on the hardware, I'll go in with the Southern Rust Kit.
Gotcha.
And then, of course, up around these edges. So we'll just make it look like it came out from under the sea.
Oop, there we are. Yeah, like you just dug it up.
Yeah.
I really need to do something. I just realized that I've got a mirror down there because that cabinet was from like a boot store. And so that middle cabinet has that mirror down there so you can look at your shoes, you know. And so it's my ceiling fan. And I got a glare and I'll have to put something over it. I'll paint it.
When I was there, the dogs loved that.
Oh yeah, they'd lay in front of it.
Yep.
It kept them out of our hair.
Yeah, kind of.
For 3 to 5 minutes at a time. But sometimes that's all you need when you're working on a project to get something done.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, that's good.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put another coat on this and run it out the front door because it's pretty decent out today. I'd say it's 70, 65, 70.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful day.
All right. Well, just again, this piece, when it gets done, is going to be available at the Berry, Texas Volunteer Fire Department for auction October 28th. If you are in and around the Dallas area and you want to call and place a bid, let us know. And we will set up something to get it delivered to you, or you're local and you can take it that day. Just come on down. We're also having a barbecue. It's brisket and pulled pork and beans and homemade potato. All of it's homemade. All of it. I'll spend next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday cooking. So homemade cakes, homemade pies, homemade fudge, homemade everything. Nothing's from a box. Everything is from scratch. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm making my junk beans for the dinner. I'm making I'm probably making about 6 peach blueberry pies, some for the dinner itself, the barbecue dinner, and then some will be up for auction. What else am I making? We got a whole list. Yeah, Chris is going to be cooking. So come down and see us. If you need any information on how to get here, you can always shoot me a private message. I am Crysta from Litter to Glitter out of Berry, Texas. Sue, take it away, baby girl.
I am Sue from Knoxville, Tennessee, and I'm the owner of Milo and Picasso.
Oh, before we go off here, Michelle asked a really, really important question. She can't decide what type of fudge to make because Michelle makes the best homemade fudge. And
Peanut butter.
she made her mint is phenomenal. She has like this cookies and cream. She's if you
Chocolate
want,
mint.
huh?
Chocolate mint.
There you go,
Oh, that
Michelle.
sounds good. There you go, Shell. And then I want you to mail me out a little tiny square.
Do you want me to snag some fudge and send? Because I know you've got your
Yeah.
son, daughter-in-law. I'll send y'all fudge.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I ain't scared.
Heck yeah.
All right, baby girl. Well, this time we are definitely out of here. Like I said, I'm going to wait for this to dry so I can cut it and line it up good on both sides. So much love, you guys. We'll see you
Thank
soon.
you guys. Bye.
Bye.